Brain fog feels like a thick cloud over your head. You could feel hungover, fatigued, and sluggish. It's hard to remember names, concentrate, your judgment becomes impaired, and you hit decision fatigue really quickly. Brain fog is also a common symptom of depression that we need to address before it becomes unbearable. So in this video, I'm going to break down what happens in the brain when brain fog enters the picture and step you through exactly what you need to do to fix it. Hi, I'm Ben Angel, and I teach people how to biohack their way back to health. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and be sure to click the link below to join thousands of others who have already downloaded my brand new book, Mind Control, to learn how to biohack their gut, mind and mood through nutritional psychology and the gut-brain axis. You know, being an author, brain fog was an old familiar enemy of mine. I fought against it for years by consuming excessive amounts of caffeine to combat it. In fact, a little over 4 years ago, it was so bad, I almost had to switch careers because I couldn't put pen to paper. Brain fog isn't as simple as some people make it out to be because there are multiple causes, which means there are multiple ways to address it. So what is brain fog? Well, even though it's not a medical condition, it's characterized by a number of cognitive symptoms, such as short-term memory loss, trouble concentrating, intense fatigue. In short, your mental processes have slowed down to a crawl, and you're exhausting yourself even further by employing willpower to fight against it. This causes decision fatigue, making it incredibly hard to focus, concentrate, and yes, decide what to have for dinner. It's like when your computer crashes because there isn't enough RAM to run the programs that you're using. Only in this case, it's your brain that's crashing. So what's causing it? Well, one major cause is inflammation, which can be caused by a large number of varying factors that we're going to get into in just a second. But first, it's important to know that when inflammation occurs in the brain, it hinders energy production and the communication between neurons, so they fire more slowly, which causes mental endurance to drop, making it hard to focus on just about anything. This occurs because microglia cells, which are part of the brain's immune system, turn on attack mode to clear out dead neurons, plaque, and other debris. It also puts you at risk of depression because it renders you unable to process emotions effectively. Your brain has literally been kneecapped. To fix brain fog, we need to understand that it's a symptom of inflammation. The question is, what's the cause of your specific type of inflammation? If you have a pen and paper, you're going to want to take notes because there are multiple causes and you're going to need to track them over the course of a few weeks to work out which one or which combination of many are actually triggering it. These causes include a lack of deep sleep, viral infections, physical as well as psychological stress, dehydration, caffeine, intoxication, medication, inflammatory foods, air pollution, toxins, an imbalanced gut, food sensitivities, allergies, constipation, glucose spikes, and a lack of exercise, to name just a few. We've received thousands of testimonials from people that after addressing these issues suddenly get their brain back, their mood improves, and their depression and brain fog lift. But there's a few key ones I want to focus on in this video that really don't get enough attention, including sleep, caffeine, and the gut-brain axis. First of all, deep sleep. You see, deep sleep is a critical component to getting your brain back. Deep sleep is that rejuvenating stage of sleep in which your body's brain waste removal system activates to wash away toxins that are built up during the course of the day. If you're not getting enough deep sleep, these toxins can cause inflammation, poor memory, erratic behavior, confusion, headaches, fatigue, and of course, brain fog. Sleep isn't just about the amount of time spent in bed. It's the quality of your rest. To boost deep sleep specifically, you can put an ice pack on your head or neck before bed to drop your brain temperature, as well as drop the room temperature and cut out all naps during the day to reset your circadian rhythm and to build up sleep pressure before you go to sleep at night. Which leads us to 2, caffeine. Now, while caffeine may feel like a rescue remedy for fatigue, and while some research has shown that it can reduce inflammation, it can also mimic anxiety and cause fatigue and brain fog due to its impact on adenosine. Adenosine is a chemical in the central nervous system. It regulates your sleep-wake cycle. When you're awake during the day, your adenosine levels increase, eventually making you drowsy by suppressing the activity of the cells in the basal forebrain. After you fall asleep, adenosine levels drop. Caffeine blocks your adenosine receptors from receiving adenosine, but it doesn't stop the production of it, which means that when caffeine wears off, there's a buildup of adenosine wanting to bind to its receptors, which is why you experience a sudden crash. The more caffeine you have, the bigger the fall. Then there's the other fact that you may have a food sensitivity to caffeine itself, which could, if you're sensitive to it, be causing an inflammatory response. This is why I talk about bioindividuality through all of my books, because it's key to treating brain fog due to multiple different components. We all respond to food and stimuli differently. To some, a peanut is a healthy snack. To others, it could be a death sentence. Which brings us to 3, the gut-brain axis. With the explosion of research into nutritional psychology and the gut-brain axis, we can now uncover solutions that weren't accessible to us before. And this is where the vagus nerve comes in. The vagus nerve is the most significant bidirectional information highway between your gut and your brain. This nerve is responsible for your stress levels, digestion, heart rate, immune response, and even your moods. If this nerve isn't functioning correctly, you can expect inflammation to occur and chronic illnesses to develop over time. This is vital in understanding how to fix brain fog, because the billions of microbes that make up your gut microbiome not only help to reduce inflammation through the reaping and digestion of nutrients that help to manage it, but it also influences the production of feel-good neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Being low on dopamine can cause you to wake up in the morning feeling sluggish, typically with brain fog attached to it. Which is why diet and gut health is so vitally important. Not only do you need to include anti-inflammatory and antioxidant foods, like a cup of blueberries each day, you also need to increase microbial diversity to ensure you have a healthy internal community, to make certain that when you do eat well, you are absorbing the nutrients from your diet. Because if you aren't able to absorb them, it can result in nutritional deficiencies that also lead to brain fog. You may have also noticed that diarrhea or constipation often occurs at the same time when your brain fog comes on. When we become constipated, our body is overloaded with waste and toxins, thereby triggering an inflammatory response throughout the body. It's really a losing battle for your brain's immune system to rid itself of these toxins, especially if it isn't getting any respite from sugar, junk food, stress, medications, and allergies. To add on top of that, it's also lacking deep sleep. Understand, brain fog isn't solved with a magic supplement or the introduction of a magic antioxidant alone. It's the culmination of compounding factors. And unless you address the root causes, it's going to continue to resurface at different times. It's important to pinpoint your precise causes so you can address them head on. So to recap, you now know what some of the multiple causes of brain fog are and the 3 key components that don't get enough attention, including deep sleep, caffeine, and gut health. So to keep it simple, here's what I want you to do. For the next 2 weeks, I want you to keep a food journal to track what you eat and when you notice brain fog fire up, as well as bowel movements. Write it down so you can remove and then replace unhealthy foods with healthy foods over an extended period of time to make sure that you stick to these brand new healthy habits. And here's some important questions that you need to ask yourself when brain fog does leave you feeling hazy. Did it come on after a heavy carb meal? Did you eat excessive amounts of sugar? Have you been on a course of antibiotics that's wiped out healthy strains of gut bacteria and allowed bad bacteria to overgrow in your smaller intestine? Is your diet causing you to become constipated? Are you lacking whole and nutritious foods, which leads to microbial diversity and healthy digestion to help you eliminate waste and toxins from your system while reducing inflammation? Start by answering these questions and you're going to get some comprehensive information that won't just help you right now, but it's going to help you for the rest of your life when it feels like it comes on out of nowhere. And if you'd like some help with this process, join me for the Biohacker's Guide to Dismantling Depression upcoming workshop, in which you'll use our online tool to find out what's causing depression, brain fog, low energy, and drive. Then I'm going to step you through a comprehensive and personalized approach to getting your body, brain, and life back. Check out the details below because it's filling fast. And while you're at it, make sure you grab a copy of my brand new book, Mind Control, to learn how to heal your gut, mind, and mood. Finally, hit like, subscribe, and drop me a comment to help support this channel, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.